Welcome to Sideline Spotlight. I'm Big Will Levinson. We have another huge week of high school football across Tennessee and Georgia, and it's that time to start fighting for region titles, and we had lots of big games with big region implications. That includes one that went down in Marion County. The 6-1 Warriors hosting the undefeated 7-0 Grundy County Yellow Jackets. First place in 2A Region 3 is on the line. And boy, the Yellow Jackets have been fun to watch this season. How about this play call? What is this, Tony Nathan in 1981? The hook and ladder. Nick Bryant drawing it up for his son, Vince, and Bryant all the way down to the one. What a play. Grundy County would punch it in, but boy, Marion County, they had full control of this game. Mason Mays, nice name, better run. The Warriors on their home field, they take full control of first place in the region, and Grundy County, their first loss with a huge win, 35-20. Marion County actually wins it 41-20 is the final there. Staying in Marion County, Whitwell hosting unbeaten Sale Creek tonight, senior night for the Tigers, and despite their 5 losses, Whitwell is a perfect 2-0 in region play, and thus atop the standings, hoping to keep it that way. Brody Harvey gets Whitwell on the board first, 6-0 Tigers, and these kids are loving it. But Sale Creek, they'll love this. A tough run here from Jason Booker, muscling his way home. We are tied at 6, but back down the field went Whitwell. 3 rushing scores highlight this game early. The boys in red have the early lead, but boy, we had some fireworks in this one. This game would go to overtime, and Sale Creek stays undefeated and gets a huge road win, 18-12. The Tyner Rams have been dominant over the past few weeks, but tonight they face their toughest tests of this season on the road at Nashville Christian. It's a battle of unbeatens and a battle of 2 high-powered offenses. Nash Christian showing theirs early. Jared Curtis to Gavin Druello for the score. Eagles up 7-0, but back come the Rams. This one is on 4th and goal at the 1, and the Rams go with the reverse to Dion Edwards, who does nothing but make big plays. How big is this to tie it up at 7? And Nashville Christian, they can sling it. More specifically, Jared Curtis can sling it. Again, it's Curtis to Druello for 6 Eagles points, but back and forth. You can question Tyner's defense, but you can't question Tyner's offense, and you certainly can't question the athleticism of Mari Dowdle. It looks like he's playing a video game, juking his way through the defense down inside the 5. Edwards would punch it in again to tie us up, but back again comes Nash Christian. This time it's the ground attack. TJ Ward has a lane, pinballing off Rams defenders and into the end zone. This game absolutely lived up to the hype. A wild one in Nashville. Tyner, they put up a heck of a fight and a great effort, but they would fall in this one 49-42. And to some scores, South Pitt puts 76 points on the board in the win over Lookout Valley. McMinn Central shuts out Sequoia 33-0. Brainerd are winners 23-6 over the Central Purple Pounders. Howard 45, Grave Baptist 18. And Notre Dame gets a win 15-7 over Chattanooga Christian. Battleground Academy wins it 44-0 over Chat Prep. Now to the biggest game in North Georgia tonight, and you want some offense? Well, there was plenty of it in both Calhoun and Tunnel Hill this season as Northwest Whitfield hosts the Calhoun Yellow Jackets, and there really are a few high school football fields in America nicer than the one at Northwest Whitfield, and there are a few quarterbacks more exciting than Northwest. Gavin Knuckles rolling left, throwing it across his body, and my, oh my, right on the money in a tight window. Evan Jones makes the grab for the score, but as good as Knuckles and the Bruins are, this game was about the high-octane offense of Calhoun. Trace Hawkins perfectly on the money to the streaking Justin Beasley for 6, and the defending state champion Yellow Jackets can run it a whole lot too. Hudson Chadwick with a big run here. Calhoun gets a big region win, 42-20. The Ringgold Tigers, they are back at home for the first time in a month, but no cupcakes for Ringgold. The undefeated North Murray Mountaineers are in town, and the undefeated North Murray Mountaineers, they meant business. Hudson Hewlett is an absolute baller, and he takes the QB keeper in for 6. North Murray, they did it on offense, and they did it on defense, stifling the Ringgold Tigers for all 4 quarters on the road. North Murray gets to 7-0, 24-3. Is the final. Sideline Spotlight continues next. Bradley Central faces a road test against Soddy, Daisy, and Red Bank. Looks to make it 2 straight wins against Hixson. Stay with us.
Sideline Spotlight is sponsored by Chattanooga Closet Company. This is the TVFCU Sports Desk.
Welcome back to Sideline Spotlight. The Bradley Central Bears have been a force this season, 5-2 on the year and looking to climb the region standings. And tonight the Bears are at Soddy Daisy. Bradley Central in white with the black helmets. The Trojans rocking the all-navy look, but it's the Bears who are rocking early. Braden Carroll finds a wide-open Spencer Makic in the end zone, leaping forward at 7-0 Bradley early. The Bears threatening once again, and this play was doomed from the start. Carroll drops the snap, rolling left, throwing across his body. And Johnny on the spot for the INT is Luke. Luke Dodd, that is, and Dodd knows exactly where to go. Take that bad boy to the promised land. Run, Luke, run. He could go all the way. That is a 94-yard pick six, just like that. Soddy's back in it. But the Bears came back with some anger on the next drive. Plenty of anger on this run after catch here by Reggie Hubbard. Rumbling, bumbling, and stumbling for 6. Bears win 40-6. And these Hamilton Hurricanes trying to bounce back after that heartbreaking loss to Walker Valley last week. They host Ooltewah. Such a beautiful backdrop at East Ham, but this first half wasn't necessarily beautiful for the Hurricanes. 4th and goal at the 1, and the Ooltewah Owls, they have made the stand. A long drive yields nothing for the Hurricanes, and the Owls are fired up, but East Ham said, all right, we'll just go down the field again, and this time, nice fake from Wyatt Miller on the read option. QB keeper for 6. East Ham, a little sloppy in the first half, but they put it all together in half 2. They win it 35-14. Let's go to Red Bank, where it was all smiles for the Lions. They're hosting Hixson tonight. This throw will make any coach smile. Austin Jones threading the needle to another Jones. Marcus sliding for the catch and doing his dance. Lions of 10, looking to add to it. Jacoby Sally takes the carry and refusing to go down, sprinting down the sideline. Heck of a run. Red Bank leads it 27-10, but the Hixson Wildcats did not go down without a fight. Jake Pollitt floating over the middle and hitting the receiver DeAndre Balding in stride to the house. Hixson battled. Red Bank wins 27-17 is the final at RBHS. The Red Bank Tigers will be a part of our Friday Night Rivals game next week. They will welcome the McMinn County Cherokees in a non-region matchup. Coverage starts at 7 next Friday on the CW Chattanooga. You can also watch it on our News Channel 9 YouTube page. Still ahead, an Ooltewah football player returns to the field a year after his adoptive mom's death. We'll hear from his teammates and coaches who support him and motivated him to keep playing.
This is the TVFCU Sports Desk.
Welcome back to Sideline Spotlight. We have a special story out of Ooltewah. Antoine Humphrey is a senior for the Owls, and this week marks 1 year since his mother passed away. This time last year, he wasn't sure if he was going to return to the field. Meg Doyle spoke with Antoine and the team about the resiliency he's shown over the past year and what motivated him to return to the field.
Good work, Cash. Good work.
To his teammates, Antoine Humphrey's kindness is felt on and off the field.
And the guy's a ball of joy.
He's like a big teddy bear.
He's always just going to be there for you.
One of the most personable and happy kids probably that I have ever coached.
Antoine's mother adopted him when he was 3 years old, along with his 2 older siblings.
She helped a lot of other kids too, adopting foster children in her home, and like us, she adopted 3 of us.
In the middle of last season, Antoine's first year on the Owls football team, he was faced with a new reality.
I got a call saying I need to come home.
That call bringing news of his mother's passing as he processed a future without the woman who raised him.
Me and her had a very tight bond. She called me her right-hand man.
Antoine took the rest of the season off, but his team stayed by his side.
I just was trying to show my support for him because I know whenever my friend passed away, he showed support for me, so I was trying to give back what he gave me. Head
coach Matt Moody was hired shortly after last season was over, when Antoine was deciding if he wanted to play for his senior year.
Coach Moody opened his hand out to me, his arms out to me. He talked to me. He took me home a couple times when I didn't have my vehicle. And I think he just really cares for people out here.
Antoine returned to the field for one last season with his second family.
You doing the weather report now?
Slight wind, gust about 8 degrees, not 8 degrees, 8 miles an hour.
Just having him a part of our program, obviously makes us better, and he probably doesn't even realize, how much better he makes us too.
Although Antoine's mom may be physically missing from these stands, he knows that she's still cheering him on every step of the way.
If she was still here, she would want me to keep pushing myself, to keep going, even though she's not here by my side. But she wanted me to keep going.
And now, Antoine is an inspiration to the rest of the team.
I think he turned it into motivation to play better. He's playing for her, so I love to see that he can use that type of emotion to better himself.
In Ooltewah, Meg Doyle, News Channel 9.
Boy, such a touching story there. Thank you, Meg. We are highlighting great stories from local teams, players, and coaches all season long on Sideline Spotlight. And you can help. Contact information for our newsroom is on your screen right now. You can reach out by email and social media if you know someone who deserves a spotlight. We are looking ahead to another big weekend of college football. Alabama prepares for a tough test on the road against Missouri, and why Tennessee says 2-3 Arkansas creates a big challenge. That's next.
FCU Sports Desk.
We've got another big Saturday of SEC football on News Channel 9. That includes the Alabama Crimson Tide. They are taking on 14th ranked Missouri in Columbia. The unbeaten Tigers have been one of the many surprise teams in the SEC. They are averaging 45 points a game and have a stout defense. This will be the Crimson Tide's third straight game against a ranked opponent. Coach Kalen DeBoer says tough stretches like this are to be expected in the SEC.
I think the whole thing isn't like it's not a surprise that we're facing this team that that's going to be at a high level on the road, and so it's taken all of our experiences that we've been through and applying it, knowing that going on the road is hard in the SEC, knowing that any game in the SEC is hard.
Alabama, Missouri kicks off at noon. Tennessee is back in action tomorrow. They're taking on Arkansas. The Vols get an extra week to rest as they enter the second half of the schedule, coming off a bye. UT moved up to 12 in the AP poll and are still in the mix for a possible playoff spot. Arkansas has struggled this season, but is under new leadership. Sam Pittman is out. In comes Bobby Petrino as the Hogs' interim coach. Petrino has made a handful of changes to the team's defensive staff. Coach Josh Heupel says that made preparation challenging heading into Saturday.
This is a unique situation, and so you prepare for what's on the tape, and you prepare for what potential unknowns could be as well. But you also understand that it's not going to be exact replicas of anything that you've seen on tape as well in this situation. So communication from staff and players will be really critical in this one.
Tennessee, Arkansas goes down at 4:15 on the SEC Network tomorrow. That is a wrap on another great edition of Sideline Spotlight. A big thanks to our outstanding crew who make all of this happen. And a big thanks to you for being here with us. Have a wonderful weekend.